Have you ever laid in bed exhausted, only to feel that pressure in your bladder again? You just went an hour ago. You close your eyes hoping it'll pass, but it doesn't. So you drag yourself out of bed. Again. It happens at 12:30, then 2:15, then 4:00. Every single night. You barely remember the last time you slept through until morning. Maybe you've told yourself that's just how it is at my age. Maybe even your doctor shrugged and said, it's normal. But is it really? And more importantly, is it harmless? Because here's the truth. Getting up to pee multiple times a night isn't just frustrating, it's dangerous. It wrecks your sleep, drains your energy, fogs your brain, and worst of all, it puts you at serious risk for falls, broken bones, or worse. And here's the question. No one asks you. What if it's not just your bladder? What if your body is trying to warn you of something deeper? Stay with me to the end of this video, because what I'm about to reveal could surprise you, and more importantly, it could change your nights forever. Watch until the end, because there's something here you've never heard before. You've probably heard it 1,000 times. Waking up to pee at night is just part of getting older. Maybe you've even said it yourself. But what if I told you that idea that it's just age is one of the biggest reasons so many seniors suffer in silence? Let's break this down together. Yes, aging plays a role. But aging isn't the cause, it's just the background. The real question is what's changed inside your body that's making you wake up again and again every night. For many older adults, it's something called nocturia, a medical condition where your body either makes too much urine at night or your bladder loses the ability to hold it. But that's not all. Sometimes it's your heart or your kidneys. Sometimes it's the swelling in your legs that shifts when you lie down. Other times it's a medication you've been taking for years, one that no one warned you could disrupt your sleep. And here's the problem: we dismiss it. We blame age. But the truth is, nighttime peeing is often a symptom, not the real issue. And when we ignore symptoms, we miss the chance to fix what's actually wrong. I've had patients who stopped waking up 3 times a night not because they took a new pill, but because they finally understood the root cause and changed 1 or 2 simple habits. So before we go any further, I want you to ask yourself, honestly, have I accepted this as my new normal? Because if you have, it's time to challenge that. 1. Night lights and a safe path to the bathroom. Helen was 78 when it happened. She had always been independent, proud of it. Her husband had passed a few years ago and she managed just fine living alone. But one cold night around 3 a.m., she got out of bed to use the bathroom like she always did. Only this time the room was dark. She didn't want to turn on the big overhead light and wake herself up too much, so she shuffled in the dark like usual. But her foot caught the edge of a rug. In a flash, she was on the ground. The fall broke her hip. She spent 3 weeks in the hospital and nearly 2 months in rehab. After that, nothing felt the same again. Helen's story isn't rare. In fact, it's alarmingly common. Millions of older adults wake up at night, fumble in the dark, and take a dangerous trip to the bathroom without thinking twice until something goes wrong. Here's the truth. Nighttime urination disrupts sleep, yes, but far more dangerously, it doubles your risk of falling after age 65. And falls at this age aren't just minor accidents. They can lead to lasting pain, hospital stays, and the loss of independence. The fix, incredibly simple. Install motion sensor night lights along your path from your bed to the bathroom. Remove tripping hazards like loose rugs, cords, or low furniture. Keep sturdy non-slip slippers next to your bed, never walk barefoot. Try this tonight. Before bed, turn off your lights and walk your usual path to the bathroom. Does it feel safe? Are there shadows, corners, obstacles? If anything feels off, fix it. That small change could prevent a fall and preserve your freedom. 2. The Bladder Diary. A simple tool with powerful answers. For years, George just accepted it. He was 74 in decent health, and like many men his age, he woke up several times a night to pee, sometimes twice, sometimes 4 times. It was annoying, sure, but he figured it was just part of getting older. Then one day, while talking to his daughter, a nurse, she asked, "Dad, have you ever tracked when and how often you go, what you drink, what time you eat?" George shook his head. Why would he? But she insisted, so he gave it a try. He wrote everything down for 3 days. And what he saw shocked him. He was drinking more water after dinner than during the whole rest of the day. And every time he had a salty snack before bed, boom, a 3 a.m. bathroom trip. He took that simple log to his doctor. Together they realized some of his nighttime peeing wasn't about his age or even his bladder, it was about his habits. Here's the truth. We often guess what's causing our nighttime bathroom trips, but we rarely track it. And without data, doctors can't help us fix what they can't see. The solution is easy and free. Keep a bladder diary for 2 to 3 days. Just jot down when you drink and how much, what you eat. When you go to the bathroom, how often you wake up at night. This little habit gives you and your doctor a crystal clear picture of what's happening and where the fix might be hiding. Your action step. Grab a small notebook or use your phone's notes app. Starting tonight, track your fluids, meals, and every bathroom visit. After just a few days, you might start to see patterns you never noticed before, and that's when real change becomes possible. 3. Setting a fluid cutoff time, taking back your nights. Marilyn, 76, loved her evenings. After dinner, she'd sit by the window with a book and sip herbal tea, sometimes 2 cups. It helps me relax, she said. But every night, without fail, she'd be up at least 3 times. Midnight, then 2:30, then again at 4:00. By morning, she felt more tired than rested. It wasn't until she visited a new doctor that someone finally asked, "When's the last time you drink fluids each day?" She hadn't thought about it. She was hydrating. Wasn't that a good thing? Here's the hidden truth. Yes, hydration is vital. But when you drink, matters just as much as how much, especially as you age. At night, your kidneys slow down, your bladder gets more sensitive, and your body doesn't manage fluids like it used to. That relaxing cup of tea. It was sabotaging her sleep and her balance, her memory, and her mornings. The fix is simple. Set a personal fluid cutoff time, usually 2-3 hours before bed. Avoid water, juice, tea, soup, or even wet snacks like watermelon or broth too close to bedtime. Cut out caffeine after 2 p.m. Even decaf tea can stimulate the bladder. Watch for hidden fluids, ice cream, fruit, certain meds with water intake. Do this starting today. Set an alarm or a sticky note reminder. No drinks after 7:30 p.m. Try it for 3 nights. You may be surprised how quickly your bladder responds and how much deeper your sleep becomes. Marilyn made that one change. Within a week, she was waking up only once, and some nights not at all. I had no idea such a small adjustment could give me my nights back, she said. 4. Bill, 81, was embarrassed to talk about it even with his doctor. He never used to think about his bladder, but now he was thinking about it constantly. That sudden urge, the fear of not making it in time, and worst of all, waking up twice, sometimes 3 times a night just to feel like he barely peed at all. I guess my bladder's just old, he told himself. But deep down, he hated feeling like he'd lost control over something so basic. Then one day at a men's group, another man mentioned something called bladder training. Bill almost laughed. "I'm not a dog," he joked. But that conversation changed everything. Here's what no one tells you. Your bladder isn't broken. It's just out of shape, like a muscle that hasn't been used properly. And just like your legs or arms, it can be trained slowly, steadily, and without pills. The truth is, both men and women can retrain their bladders and strengthen their pelvic floors, and it can drastically reduce urgency leakage and nighttime waking. Here's how. Bladder training. During the day, instead of going as soon as you feel the urge, wait 5 more minutes. Do this, gradually extending time between trips. It teaches your bladder to hold more. Pelvic floor exercises. Kegels tighten the muscles you'd use to stop urination. Hold for 5 seconds, relax for 5 seconds. Do this 10-15 times twice a day. Try this tonight. Before bed, do 1 round of pelvic floor exercises. Just 5 minutes. Do it sitting or lying down. Within a week, many people notice a difference, not just in how often they wake up, but in how confident and in control they feel during the day, too. Bill gave it a try. He didn't like it at first, but 2 weeks in, he realized he was only waking up once a night. And during the day, he could run errands without scanning for the nearest bathroom. "It gave me my freedom back," he said. 5. Adjusting old habits, because what worked at 50 might hurt you at 75. Ruth was the picture of discipline. At 50, she walked every morning, stayed hydrated, and watched her salt. But now at 79, she was frustrated. No matter what she did, she was up 2, sometimes 3 times every night. And not just to pee, she'd wake up groggy, sore sometimes with a headache. She thought she was doing everything right. Her doctor asked a simple question: have your habits kept up with your age? That stopped her. Because here's the truth, what works in your 40s and 50s doesn't always serve you in your 70s. Your kidneys filter differently. Your blood vessels retain fluid differently. Your medications interact differently. If you don't update your habits, they can turn on you. What might be sabotaging your nights? A salty dinner, hello, canned soup or cheese plate. A long afternoon nap leaving you wired at midnight. Lack of movement during the day, your legs hold fluid that gets dumped into your bladder once you lie down. Diuretics water pills taken too late in the day. Medications causing mild dehydration or bladder irritation. What can you do about it? Shift salty foods to earlier in the day. Move more, even 10-15 minutes of walking helps your body process fluids better. Elevate your legs in the evening to move fluid up before bed. Talk to your doctor about adjusting medication timing, especially blood pressure or diuretic meds. Start small. Tomorrow, swap out your usual evening snack for something lower in salt, maybe a banana instead of crackers. Take a short walk after dinner. Then ask your doctor, can any of my meds be making my bladder worse at night? Ruth made 3 tiny changes. Within 10 days, she slept through the night for the first time in months. I didn't know I was the one standing in my own way, she told me. And the truth is, many of us are. If you've made it this far, I want to give you something practical. Something you can follow every day without pills, without gimmicks, just real body-friendly habits that support your bladder, your sleep, and your energy. Think of this as your bladder-friendly day plan. Small changes stacked together, that's how you reclaim your nights. Morning. 1. Empty your bladder fully. When you wake up, go to the bathroom right away. Don't wait. And take your time. Give your bladder a full reset for the day. 2. Get your body moving. A 10-minute walk, even inside your home, helps push retained fluid out of your legs and keeps your circulation strong. This simple habit may reduce how much fluid your bladder has to handle at night. 3. Spread out your fluids. Don't drink all your water late in the day. Instead, sip throughout the morning and early afternoon. Aim to get 70% of your fluid intake before 4 p.m. 4. Check your morning salt. Look at your breakfast. Is it loaded with salt, e.g., processed meats, salty spreads, canned juice? Excess salt early in the day can still throw off your fluid balance 12 hours later. Midday, afternoon. 1. Eat a balanced lunch. Focus on proteins, fiber-rich vegetables, and whole grains. Avoid heavy, greasy meals that might cause water retention or disrupt digestion. 2. Stay lightly active. After eating, take a gentle walk. Movement helps digestion and fluid processing. If you sit all day, your legs collect fluid and your bladder dumps it at night. 3. Check your meds. If you're taking diuretics water pills, ask your doctor about moving the timing to early morning, not afternoon. Taking them late can cause you to pee all night long. 4. Limit naps. If you nap, keep it under 30 minutes long. Naps in the afternoon may interfere with your nighttime sleep cycle. Evening, night. 1. Set your fluid cutoff time. Pick a time 2 to 3 hours before bed, for example, 7:30 p.m., and stop drinking fluids after that. This is key to reducing nighttime bathroom trips. 2. Eat light and early. Avoid salty, spicy, or bladder-irritating foods like tomatoes, citrus, alcohol at dinner. Finish your last meal at least 3 hours before bed. 3. Elevate your legs. If you have swelling in your feet or ankles, raise them for 15-20 minutes in the evening. This helps move fluid into circulation before you lie down. 4. Do your pelvic floor exercises. 5 minutes of Kegels before bed can train your bladder and reduce nighttime urgency. 5. Clear your path to the bathroom. Turn on your nightlight. Move the rug. Lay out your slippers. That 30-second safety check can protect you from a life-changing fall. 6. Empty your bladder one last time fully. Even if you don't feel a strong urge, think of it as preemptive peeing. Give your bladder the best chance to stay quiet overnight. Try this plan for just 1 week and notice how your nights begin to change. Better sleep, fewer wake-ups, more energy in the morning. You may not fix everything overnight, but you'll take back control one habit at a time. Let me leave you with this. If you're waking up 2, 3, even 4 times a night to pee, I want you to know something important. This doesn't have to be your new normal. You're not broken, you're not helpless, and you're certainly not alone. Yes, aging changes our bodies, but it doesn't mean giving up control. What if just 5 minutes a day, 5 quiet, intentional minutes could give you back your nights, your energy, your clarity? What if it's not just about the bladder, but about the life you want to protect? Because here's what I've seen again and again. People in their 70s, 80s, even 90s, once they understand what's really going on, they start to sleep better, fall less, think clearer, and feel more alive. All because they refuse to accept that's just how it is. You can be one of them. So here's your challenge. Start tonight. No drinks after 7:30. Pelvic floor exercises before bed. Night light on. Path clear. Bladder empty. That's it. Start with just one step and keep going. And if this video helped you even just one part, please like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who needs it. We're all in this together. Your story could help someone else sleep through the night. Leave me a comment below. How many times are you waking up at night, and what's the one habit you're going to try first? Let's learn from each other. Let's sleep better together.